Today I'm going to be reviewing two spotting scopes which are especially popular on Amazon, the Go Sky 20-60x80 and the Roxant Blackbird. The Go Sky currently costs $130 on Amazon, while the Roxant costs $80. Both come with identical tripods, similar carrying cases, instructions, and cleaning cloths. The Go Sky comes with an adapter that allows you to attach your phone directly to the ocular so you can take pictures and video through the scope. This adapter will work on just about any spotting scope, telescope, or microscope. There are a few big differences between the two scopes. The Go Sky is almost double the size. It has an 80mm objective diameter, and it can zoom from 20x to 60x. The Roxant has a 55mm objective and can zoom from 12x to 36x. The Go Sky has a focusing knob above the body, whereas the Roxant uses a section of the barrel, much like a camera. Magnification adjustment is very similar on both scopes. You twist a ring at the base of the ocular to zoom in and out, and there are markers to indicate what magnification you are at. The Go Sky allows you to rotate the whole scope about the main axis, which is pretty nice. It is also waterproof, whereas the Roxant isn't. Both scopes have extendable covers at both ends. With a much bigger objective, I was really expecting the Go Sky to blow away the Roxant in image quality, but that's not really the case. The Go Sky does have a bright, crisp image from 20x to 40x. In that range, I think it is noticeably better than the Roxant, but it's not a lot better, it's just a little bit better. However, if you zoom all the way into 60x, the image quality deteriorates. It's as if you took the image you had from 40x and you just made it bigger without actually adding any more detail. It just looks slightly fuzzy and somehow dull. The Roxant, on the other hand, has a bright, crisp image through the entirety of its range. It seems like the edges of the image might be slightly out of focus from the center, but it isn't very noticeable. And given its compact size and smaller objective, I'm quite impressed with its performance. So I got these two scopes for birdwatching and for sighting in rifles, and I actually prefer the Roxant for birdwatching. It can zoom out further, which makes it easier to find your target. I was able to find birds with the Roxant in probably half the time it took with the Go Sky. Also, the Roxant can focus on objects several feet closer than the Go Sky. For target shooting, I prefer the Go Sky. I did some testing with 22 and 223 5.56 ammo, and both scopes are really outstanding at 100 yards. If you're using paper targets, the Go Sky is just barely adequate at 200 yards. And with the Roxant, it's just a little too blurry. If you're using splatter targets though, both scopes are effective to 300 yards. At a quarter mile, you can still see the splatter hits, but you can't make out individual holes from each other. So after using both scopes a lot, I have to conclude that the Go Sky has marginally better image quality. However, it is so much bigger and bulkier that I find myself way more likely to just use the Roxant. And if I were forced to choose only one of these, I'd go with the Roxant. But I do think they're both great scopes, and I'd recommend them both.
Check that out. That's pretty freaking cool. I never knew there was a camera on top of that building until I just looked just now.